Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're actually wrapping up a little bit of a mini series we've been doing on the brand new monk in the brand new player's handbook. The monk has always been one of the most thematic and fun characters to play, but their power levels in the 2014 rules were always pretty lackluster. The 2024 rules have buffed their strength, buffed their defenses, and genuinely made them one of the upper tier classes in the game. I mean, they're still no wizard or paladin, but they certainly are comfortable standing up on the front lines or as a switch hitter in the battlefield. And today we're talking about their most classic of subclasses, a reprint from the 2014 Player's Handbook, the Open Hand Warrior. The Warrior of the Open Hand utilizes martial arts better than any other monk, fighting with pressure points and all sorts of cool powers that really sell the Kung Fu master better than any other subclass does. We'll get into the details of the Open Hand in just a moment. Before we do, though, I'd like to let you know Relax Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. First, you get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know you're a supporter. Also, you get early access to my videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I upload them a day early for members only. And you get access to the VIP room in my community Discord. The Discord's free for anyone to join and talk about D&D, but if you're a channel member, you get to go into the VIP room and talk to me directly anytime you like. If any of that is interesting to you, you can click the join button. It's just down there next to the subscribe button. And if it isn't interesting to you, that's all right. Just watching the video, clicking the like button, hitting subscribe, all that good stuff that costs nothing is a wonderful way to support me. So thank you for watching my content here on YouTube. So, all classes choose their subclass at level 3, and the Open Hand Monk gets the Open Hand Technique. Very appropriate. When you hit a creature with an attack that is granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. You can either make it so they can't take opportunity attacks until its next turn. They have to succeed on a strength save or be pushed 15 feet away from you. Or they have to succeed on a dex save or be knocked prone. These are actually similar to weapon masteries, monks being one of the martial classes that didn't get weapon masteries in the new book. This says that when you use Flurry of Blows, you can do these things. Now, this is an interesting change from the original Open Hand Monk. The idea that now we are limited to Flurry of Blows attacks. So regular hits and even bonus action hits if you're out of focus points don't do these effects. So you are still spending focus to do this technique. But considering that most of the time monks are using their focus for Flurry of Blows, it is the most commonly used by far, these are going to be regularly used. And the pushing effect and the lack of opportunity effect is fine. These are great things that allow you to move around the battlefield more freely and reposition enemies. It's the topple one that gets me. A dex save, which is a decent save to target, and knocking creatures prone means that if you use your Flurry of Blows attacks first, which you are allowed to do, then any other attacks you make will have advantage. This is such a good setup for you and your allies, and the fact that you have all these options available, I give Open Hand Technique 10 out of 10. It is a solid start. Then at level 6, the Open Hand Monk gets Wholeness of Body. As a bonus action, you can roll your martial arts die and regain the number equal to the roll plus your wisdom modifier. So, at this level, that would be a d8, I think. So a d8 plus your wisdom, you re-heal yourself, and you can do this wisdom modifier times per day. So, yeah, and you can even do it in the middle of a fight, because it's just a bonus action to do it. The healing isn't a lot, even if you invest in your wisdom. The idea that you only can do this 3 or 4 times a day for 4d8 plus 4 or each time, so 4d8 plus 16. I mean, that's not bad for a few bonus actions, but it's not going to, and you can only do it on yourself. So it's not like you can do this for your party. And, being the self healing is nice, but it's better to have someone else doing it for you, like a cleric or someone. I think the feature is an 8 out of 10. Useful, helpful, it's going to save you, a handful of times, but it's not a lot of healing. Then, at level 11, you get the Fleet Step power when you take a bonus action that isn't Step of the Wind, and notice it doesn't specify that uses focus either. Like, you can just use your bonus action extra hit, or you could be doing the bonus action heal, any of that stuff. Any bonus action other than Step of the Wind, you can also use Step of the Wind immediately afterwards. So this allows you to punch and dash, or, I suppose it doesn't specify you can't use a focus point with Step of the Wind. It just says you use Step of the Wind. So I guess you could use that extra focus point to disengage and dash so you could move freely. In any case, even if you don't, just every turn that you use a bonus action, you also get to dash. That's cool, and disengage if you want. This makes positioning even better, and the Fleet Step thing is a very good description for it. I give this 9 out of 10. Then finally, at level 17, you get the famous Quivering Palm. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can set up lethal vibrations in their body. You use 4 focus points and create imperceptible vibrations. They can last a number of days up to your monk level, so they can last for weeks in a target. And then, when you use an action to end them, or if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use one of the attacks to end the vibration, so that's action economy friendly. And you and the target must be on the same plane of existence. When you do end them, they must make a con save or take 10d12 force damage, half as much on a success. And you can only do this once at a time, so one creature at a time. You can't set up multiple creatures and end them all with the same attack. And you can also choose to end the vibrations harmlessly if you want to. So what are you getting? You're spending 4 key points, or 4 focus points, sorry, and then doing 10d12 against a con save. Level 17, con saves are pretty tanky things. 10d12 is a good amount of damage, but don't forget that your unarmed strikes are doing a d12 of damage at this level, and your monk weapons and such. So for the same number of focus points, you could Flurry of Blows, giving you, in total, over 4 rounds, 8 unarmed strikes, all of which are doing a d12, so that would be 8d12, plus your dexterity modifier 4 times over, or 8 times over, rather. That honestly might do more damage than Quivering Palm. The great thing about Quivering Palm, other than its roleplay and storytelling, you could hit someone and then run and then kill them later. Other than that, the damage isn't super impressive. It's just quick. You can do it in one turn. Bonus action, punch, use your Quivering Palm, and then attack action end. So you can do this, in one shot. But the focus points to damage trade-off isn't a lot. Like it's about the same that you would get from Flurry of Blows. It would just take longer for Flurry of Blows to actually happen. All in all, I'm going to give this 9 out of 10. It's a way to utilize your focus faster against a creature, doing as much damage in one turn as you would in 4 turns. I think 9 out of 10 is fair. It's not going to break the game. It's not the instant death it used to be. But it's still a powerful maneuver that is, reasonable with your focus. And that's it. That's the open hand monk. Obviously, the open hand technique is the big selling point here. The fact that whenever you use Flurry of Blows, you get to add riders onto your punches. But the other features are nice. A bit of self-healing, a lot of maneuverability, and then this epic, monk smite. I think that overall the class is a 9 out of 10. Good in plenty of games. Anyone who's trying to live out their Kung Fu Master archetype will not be disappointed with this subclass. And it doesn't break the game, it's just good. It's good throughout, and most of its features, are going to be used pretty much every day. I give the whole thing 9 out of 10, and I'm very, very pleased that this has made it into the 2024 rules. Thanks, Wizards. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, and keep your eyes peeled for more subclass reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.